Lads, boom. Worst trainer, definitely an IKEA Max. Always go for a Reebok Classic.
Worst trainer, it's got to be DG.
Worst trainer, FC Sundon, it's got to be Ola, because he rocks up about 15 minutes before the end. I would have said me, but I'm super fit now, so there you go, done.
Worst trainer has to be Mijon. He always tries to hide away. When it comes to the pre-match warm-ups, Mijon gets my vote.
I think worst trainer is probably all of us. We're all quite bad when it comes to training, so I can't really pick an individual. Sorry.
Right, the worst trainer for me has got to be Ola, because he either turns up halfway through it or he just doesn't come. So that's why I'm voting for him for that.
Worst trainer, probably Dolan.
Worst trainer goes to Ross, because 2 weeks ago he stood on my foot twice and it's pretty clumsy.
Worst trainer, Ola, because it turned up 15 minutes left.
Worst trainer for me is going to be Ola, because he can't ever turn up on time. Pretty useless, really.
Worst trainer goes to Ola for turning up to a session at 5 minutes to 9. Yes, 5 minutes to 9.
Worst trainer. Couldn't really tell you who the worst trainer is, but tell you who's worse at the warm-up. Young Matt. Yes, I see him. He turns up late, hides in the toilet, puts his kit on, takes him a whole half an hour to do it. He comes out for kick-off. Then he has a bag. So it's definitely Matt.
Worst trainer? For now I'd have to say myself, but I think in a few years' time I'll be right up there with the best in the team.
Worst trainer for me is Kieran Dolan. I've never heard so many shit excuses come out of one person's mouth before as to why they can't make training, so he's my nomination for that. Sorry mate.
A lot of people probably say Ola, but in fairness he does turn up for 5 to 15 minutes here and there, and that's better than not turning up at all. But my worst trainer, just for the shocking session that he had around Christmas, has to be DG. When he couldn't trap a ball, he couldn't kick a ball, I don't think he knew what a ball was, he missed open goals, and really should have gone home after about 5-10 minutes.
All seriousness though, worst trainer, DG, mugged off every fucking week. Jakesy, back pocket.
Can't really think of a worst trainer, to be fair. I think when we turn up we all put the effort in. Admittedly I had a shocking training session a few weeks ago. I don't really want to go into that anymore.
Slowest player, Barnsley, by a fucking country mile.
Slowest player is probably myself. Yeah, it's probably going to be me.
Slowest player goes to Barnsley. Pretty obvious, to be honest. Seen like fucking snails move faster than him. Yeah, Steve Barnes for that one.
Slowest player? It's difficult, I think it's between my dad and Steve Barnes. I reckon if they had a little race, I reckon my dad would come through though, just about. So yeah, I'm going to say that Steve Barnes is slowest in the team.
Slowest player? It's easy. Barnsley.
Slowest player for me is I'm going to go for DG. He sometimes gets outrun by forwards. Sorry mate.
Slowest player, Steve Barnes.
Slowest player, for you to choose from, but I'm going to go with Senor Barnes, the coffin dodger.
Slowest player, let's see now. Combination of things. I would say Kieran, but positionally he's excellent, so don't really get caught out. Matty, well, we get Matty to stand where he's supposed to stand. Combination of those two, really. But I do think all of you could actually be quicker, so sprint training pre-season, lads.
Slowest player has probably got to be Matty or Barnesy. That's probably it.
Slowest player for me probably has to be Kieran Dolan.
Slowest player, it's got to be Barnes, because he's old and decrepit, and I'm gonna knock him out. Hate you.
Slowest player, if we're going on the pitch runs, I would probably say myself, but I think overall slowest player is probably Matthew Wilmot. Sorry, Mats.
Slowest player for me, only because he's fucking ancient, is Steve Barnes. Pretty slow. Gets roasted every Sunday.
And the slowest player for me, I couldn't really think of who, but I'm just going to say Matt. I don't know why. Can't think of many times I've seen him bust a gut past anyone.
Slowest player has got to be Kieran. He's not called Speedy for nothing.
There's been some pretty bad misses this season, but for me, the game where we played James at right midfield against Hexton and he missed about 6 chances all from about 2 yards out. So James Hockney.
Worst miss I'll give to James from 2 yards against Hexton. I've got a couple of contenders myself, but I'll go for him.
Worst miss, or misses in this case, DG. You've set up some great passes, but you've also missed some amazing ones. Sorry mate, it's got to be yourself.
Worst miss, you had it coming, DG against Cadderton.
Worst miss, again, DG. But probably against Cadderton, because we could have won that game, especially if we finished that. Poor from him.
Worst miss has probably come from Jared. Although he's missed so many this season, I can't really pick one of them. Sorry, mate.
Worst miss goes to James Hockney. To be fair, the game he had the worst miss in probably had about 5. So I think it was something to do with those quality street shit football boots, big fucking purple ones. But yeah.
Worst miss for me is gonna have to go to DG. It was the other week actually, against, I think we were at home to Flint. I think the ball I think I crossed the ball actually. Come across, missed every defender. DG at the back of the box. All he had to do was just side foot it in. I don't know what he was doing. I think it ricocheted off his shin to his knee. I don't know, got stuck in the mud. I don't know. He's probably pulled out all the excuses. And then I think it rolled on. To be honest, we scored from it. It rolled on to Sean and he slotted it home. So, DG, that one's yours, mate.
First miss was Gerard when he was about 2 foot out and he hit it over the bar. I can't remember who it was against, but it's shocking.
Worst miss goes to DG against Caddington, first time we played him, where he managed to skyrocket it from an inch off the line.
Worst miss was probably Frank's from about 3 yards out. I can't remember the game, a couple games ago. But then again, I think I can remember Jared doing the same. But yeah, Frank's.
Worst miss, DG against Cadden. Mate, that was awful. Say no more.
Worst miss could have been any from DG. In fairness to him, he could have had his own DVD of bad misses, but in fairness, I'm going to vote for myself over at Hexton when Frank swung in a peach of a ball from 3 yards. I somehow side-footed over when I was probably thinking about celebrating.
Funniest moment for me is the last game of the season against Woodstock. Scotty went to clear a ball and it pinged off of an opposition player and smacked him in the face. It was pretty funny. I think we all enjoyed that one. Cheers, Scotty.
And then the funniest moment It's got to be a couple of weeks ago where DG could have been out there all afternoon and he wouldn't score. He was right in front of goal, putting it wide. Defending, I suppose, hey.
Funniest moment of the year? It might actually. I think it's gonna have to go to DG again. I think he. I forgot what game it was now, but he went down screaming like a girl. I think someone probably broke his nail. I don't know. He just went down holding his ankle. I think he was trying to outdo Scotty from last year because he went down screaming like a bitch. So I'm gonna give it to DG this year. It was quite funny, quite hilarious.
I'm going to go for funniest moments rather than moment. I think it's just the collectiveness of James and his rants on the pitch. I know I got biggest moment a couple of seasons ago, but I definitely think he's taken that mantra from me now.
Funniest moment this season has to be running the line against Flint. Watching Sean get smacked by that geezer and then their manager turning around going,
Funniest moment for me has to be when we played Flint when it was absolutely pouring down rain in Leagrave, and that number 8 or whatever he is was jumping around like a pig all over in the mud. That for me was hilarious watching that. Although it was raining and I was cold, that was absolutely funny watching him roll around like some pig.
Funniest moment, I should say. There's many moments, but DG missing every chance he gets about 5 yards away from goal.
Funniest moment? It's gotta be Frankie's video of Charlie Big Potato. Quality. Charlie Big Potato! I love it.
Funniest moment, I think, is when Scotty bottled it from the big ginger bloke from Flint.
Funniest moment, probably James after every game, or during every game rather, having an absolute banter with the referee, then offer him a bottle of water. Never fails, always does it.
This moment would go to Jared. A couple of ones actually, just when he's running down the line and he's tucked it through a guy's legs. Guy's chased back to get it again, and he's pulled it back through his legs again, and the look on his face was unbelievable. It was just pure genius.
Funniest moment has to be Frank's video of Charlie Big Potato here. It's still funny.
Funniest moment for me was when we were playing over at Hexton and James threw a hissy fit when that fella was puking up on the pitch, and he started shouting over to Dino, "I ain't gonna play right wing, Dino, we're not playing without a right winger because he's puked all up over the pitch, it's disgusting, we're gonna play in centre mid." Yeah, it was pretty funny watching him crying over that.
Funniest moment. Give me a break. Funniest moment. I'm gonna continue. Funniest moment was retard. Funniest moment. Funniest moment was when we went to training in fancy dress. Hey.
Worst haircut. Gotta be Scotty because he ain't got no hair, has he?
Worst haircut's probably got to be Scotty. Yeah.
The worst hair has got to be Scotty because he's losing it. He's having less and less of it.
It's the haircut. See, this is hard because half of us in the team haven't even got much hair, so it's a bit of a cheat question. So for that, I'm going to nominate myself, Barnesy, DG, and Matt, because we're all going bald, and yeah, change it up a bit.
Worst haircut? Don't know, to be honest, I don't really look at the hairs. We've all got bad haircuts, so sorry.
Worst haircut? No contest. Charlie Yates.
Worst haircut has probably got to be Charlie.
Worst haircut. I think Charlie's come up with a few buzz cuts in his time since he's been there. Probably go with Charlie.
Worst haircut. Dino, that's a fucking seriously bad barnet. But fair play, it's your barnet.
Worst haircut, Charlie. I don't know what that barnet's about.
Worst hair. got to be young Charles. You know what? He reminds me of that Russian bloke in the Rocky films. What's his name? I must break you.
Worst haircut has to be Gaffardino. Don't know what's going on there. Get it sorted out.
Worst haircut's got to be Charlie, the Joey Essex wannabe.
Worst haircut goes to Sean, but going through it, son.
Worst Barnet, although he don't play anymore because he's pussy whipped by his new missus, has got to be Terence Nickel, that ultimate greaseball.
Most good looking, that was pretty gay. Pretty sure.
Most good looking, probably Captain Fantastic, Frankie Brennan. Who wouldn't want to look like the Wolverine?
Best looking, Mr. Frankie Funtime.
Best looking, other than myself, I'm going to go with Frank Brennan because he has got pretty good form when he's out and about. A fun time, Frank.
Most good looking, no homo, Charlie.
Most good looking, no one, you're all ugly.
Most good looking, probably Captain Frank.
Most good looking, apart from myself, I think Charles thinks he's a bit of a playboy. I think he thinks he's pretty good. But I don't, still me.
Best looking goes to El Capitan Frankie boy. Love ya.
Best looking, I've got to say Ross. He just still looks young. Everyone else seems to have taken a battering over the years. Well, time's taking its toll anyway.
Looking, if it went on personality wise, it'd probably be DG because he's got all the characteristics of a woman. Look wise, most good looking in the team, probably the old captain, Frankie Brennan.
Most good looking player in the team, I think Charlie thinks he's a bit of a player. I'll give it to him.
Most good looking has got to be the captain, Frankie. Sometimes just driving to training with him, it's difficult to keep your eyes on the road.
Most good looking of the team, I'm going to have to go for that young man, Charlie Big Potato. Yeah, he's a good looking chap. He's the youngest in the team, I think. You know, he thinks he's something special. Plus I've seen him in the shower, like a baby's arm.
A lot of good goals. Shut the fuck up! A lot of good goals this year, but probably fifth best.
Press stop and start
again. This is going in. Would be Scotty's deflection against Houghton, which is a fluke, basically.
Fifth best goal of the season is Scotty, probably.
It's got to be Scotty.
Definitely Scotty's hoof.
Well, easily Scotty's. Nowhere near Chris's standard.
I'm going to go for Scotty.
The best goal of the season has got to be Scotty's fluke.
Fifth best goal of the season's got to be Scotty's.
Scotty's fluky ass long range tackle.
Not quite good enough to get up in the top 3 or 4. So, I mean, good finish, but not quite.
Scotty was in midfield when I think he bent down to tie shoelaces up or something, and
the ball came over. He tried to control it.
I think it's tripping over.
Their defender hit it, and it bounced off his shin pad.
The ball bounced, and it kind of hit his knee or shin.
And I think it was a clearance.
I think he hit it from about 60 yards.
Fluky long range effort.
I think there was plenty of wind that day. It was very windy that day.
Swirled in the wind a bit and lobbed their keeper and somehow went in.
I don't know how he'd done it, but he'd never do that. Well, he'd never done it again. That was very lucky, that one.
Shit.
The most annoying in the WhatsApp group. Well, I think if Kate had anything to do with it, she would say all of us. She hates that sound that comes across every day. But I think there's a fair few of them, to be honest. You know, you got the likes of Graham, keeps him going on about being dropped for the cup final. You got the dark horse Jakesy. He's a stirrer, he is. But I think the person that tops the mark for me is Scotty. He's always on the banter train, and to be honest, when since he's been in charge of the WhatsApp group, he loves the sin bin action, and I think that always gets up people's asses. So, Scotty, it's all yours, mate.
There can only be one, and that's Scotty.
Most annoying in the WhatsApp group. I think there's only one real winner here, and I don't think many people are going to disagree with me. It's David Scott.
The most annoying goes to Scotty. As soon as he gets hold of someone, that's it. He's on that bandwagon for ages. Keeps niggling at you.
Most annoying in the WhatsApp group. I'm just close, but probably going to go with Scotty. Sorry, mate.
Most annoying person on WhatsApp, hands down, the winner is the group leader. The person who kicks people out of the group and brings them back in. Most annoying has got to be Scotty, or possibly Graham White when he gets a real bee in his bonnet about things, but it's definitely a cross between them, and I'm going to go for Scotty.
Most annoying in the WhatsApp group is definitely Scotty, hands down, biggest bell end.
Worst in the WhatsApp group, it's a hard one. I'm gonna say a couple of people. There's again James Hockney with those awful videos he shows. Matt Wilnot very much does the same with the awful videos. But it's gonna go to Charlie when he throws his toys out the pram. You know, day before a game. Oh, I'm not gonna go. Oh, I don't wanna go. Oh, I wanna go, Rich. Or off.
Most annoying in the WhatsApp group. I think most people probably say Scotty, but at least when he's chatting the group, everyone in the group's getting involved. I would probably say Graham for his getting dropped in the cup final lingo and blah blah blah. But probably most of all is probably James. When you see his name pop up with a video on your screen, you know it's something bad. So probably him.
Most of them in WhatsApp group, probably James, because the videos make me sick, they're rank.
Most annoying in the WhatsApp group, I can't give to Scotty because he'll sin bin me. But Graham can be a bit of a bellend sometimes, so Graham.
Most annoying in the WhatsApp group's got to be Graham White.
Most annoying in the WhatsApp group has got to be Fat Boy himself, Graham. Just annoying, just goes on and on and on about his double winning appearance or something, but it's just fat, bold, like that, and annoying. So it's you.
The worst in a WhatsApp group is probably gotta be either James or Barnes for the absolute that they put in the group. I swear, yeah, it has to be. Nah, probably Barnes, because the last couple was just yeah, gotta be Barnes.
We've been asked a question, goal of the season. This has got to be pathetic. Pathetic. Because there is no other option than my goal. There really isn't. We've had a couple of good goals, but mine was blessed by God. Right? So I don't know why we've even had this as an option. Probably just to wind me up. But so yeah, obviously mine. You know what I'm talking about as well.
Goal of the season. You know what, we scored a lot of good goals this year, but let's try and think. I think, you know, obviously as I wrote this lovely book here, working past and moving, thinking 1 second ahead and all that type of thing, I would say the goal that Frankie scored against Houghton Town away. Okay, we lost 3-2 in the mud bath. That was a brilliant goal, brought tears to my eyes, that thing.
And then my goal of the season has got to be Rossi. I think we were playing in Lee Manor and it was just in a group of players, and I think I flicked back to him and he just bent it top corner. That's the best goal for me. Unfortunately, I didn't see Chris or Scotty's goals that day. Goal of the season I'll give to Ross. Absolute screamer as he cut inside and pinged it with his left foot. I think he edged it just because it was his weak foot over everyone else, but it definitely was a great finish.
Goal of the season, I think, comes from Ross, whose fucking surname I can't pronounce to save my life. The game against Luton Phoenix, he cut in off the right hand side onto his left foot, hit shot from the edge of the area. Great finish, mate.
Goal of the season. Well, there's been a couple of good goals. We got Jakesy, who scored 2 good goals against, I think it was Flint away. Lovely goals. I think one was he chested it down and hit it top bags, and another where he hit it first time bottom corner. And then we got Chris and Scotty, who scores 2 wonder goals in when was it? I think it was against Hightown away. Both from about 30 yards, 34 yards. It's both screamers. But I think the one I'm going to go with Scotty. I think it's because I was exactly behind him, and when he hit the ball, he just to see that ball swerve and go top bags, it was a special moment for me because I saw it firsthand, but it must have been special for Scotty for scoring it. So well done, mate. You deserve that one.
Goal of the season. He has to have one of these awards, doesn't he? It has to be Scotty in the opener from 40 yards. That's a pretty good goal, so well done.
Wanker.
Although we all know it is a pure fluke, I did see it leave his boot from the goal line and it was a decent strike, so Scotty for best goal of the season.
Goal of the season, I only go for big cunt. It's got to go Scotty in it. That was a fucking belter.
Goal of the season, I'm gonna have to say it's Scotty's 35-yarder, which he's constantly gone on about for the whole season, but I have to give it to him. It was definitely, I think, the best goal.
Goal of the season, in fairness to him, it was a great strike. It has to be Scotty's 40-yard ping. It was like watching Gabriel Batistuta revolt.
Goal of the season's got to be Scotty's. The one when he won the ball and he ran with it, and then he shot from about 40 yards. It was a good goal, but I didn't half go on about it.
Goal of the season is for Scotty against, I think it was Houghton. It was a good goal, but not as good as the other ones I scored. So I've got to vote for somebody.
Goal of the season. Jake's is very close to Scotty's. As much as I hate giving it to him, he's a mouthy fucker, but it was a good goal. So I'm going to give it to Scotty. There you go, boy.
Player's player. I'm not a player, but I think that has to go to Steve Jakes for his current run of form, 5 and 5. So well done to you. That's all the questions. So this is Liam signing out.
Player's player of the season for me, although he hasn't got an amazing pair of lungs on him, has got to be Matty, because he does his job every week. He's a ball winner, he's a fighter, and his technical ability and what he wants to do pretty decent. So Matt Wilmot.
Player's player, gonna go with Jakesy. Turns up to training, all the games, gets on with everyone, some good banter. Yeah, good lad, Jakes.
Players player. Probably just go with Dolan, because he's been the most consistent player for our season, I guess, and filled in positions where we needed him to. goalie.
My vote for a player's player.
Scotty, simply because the back end of last season when I was chatting to him, he was saying how fit he was going to get for this season, and in fairness, he's put in a lot of shifts in the gym, and you can tell on the pitch. I know a lot of people say that he runs too much and into blind alleys and things like that, but in fairness, I think most of it is that the rest of the team can't keep up with his fitness and that he hasn't got any options because we can't get up the pitch quick enough. So I think he's had a great season. He's chipped in with some goals, and hopefully he can carry that form on next season.
Players player this season is, without a shadow of a doubt, Kieran Dolan. He's Sundon through and through. He's always there. He's always turning up, and he's always helped us out when we need a goalkeeper. So fair play to him.
My player of the season is going to be Matty. He always does a great job protecting the defence. He always shows good attitude, and always goes into tackles strong.
Alright, player's player. This is a very difficult decision. There's been a lot of good players this year. And you got the likes of, you got the likes of Gary. Gary's he's very calm on the ball. He doesn't rush anything, and he just plays the easy pass all the time. He's got a good brain on him, and I respect that. He's a top defender. You got the likes of Jakesy. He never lets us down. He's an in and out player. He's good on the ball. And he scores goals. And again, you've got Matt, who come in the team. He's very strong. He goes into challenges hard. He doesn't battle out of anything. So, and you got the likes of Scotty. Scotty's, again, he's got an engine on him. From when he first started up until now, he's come on leaps and bounds, and he's a good asset to the team. And again, he runs his socks off every game, and I respect that too. And then you got the likes of Dolan. Dolan, he's an in and out player. He plays in goal for us, and he's done really well in goal. And as a defender, he's very calm on the ball, passes the ball well. So I think it's between them, and I think I'm gonna go with the man they call Scotty. Just the pure fact that his fitness is just second to none this year. He's a good player, a very good player, and I think the team would be different without him. I'm giving it to Scotty. Well done, mate.
A player's player is Matt Wilmots. He's been solid in the middle. He's fearless with tackles, and his distribution has been pretty good as well. Not too bad.
Player's player, I'll give to Scotty because he's put a good shift in on and off the pitch. And it's really fucking annoying when these WhatsApp messages keep popping on my screen while I'm trying to do this.
Our player's player vote goes to Steve Jakes. Second half of the season, he's just been instrumental in every good bit of play we've had. Obviously, after doing his insanity, he's just gone from strength to strength, and also chipped in with a few goals once he found his scoring boots.
A player's player has got to be Jakesy, just for the pure fact that anytime you've got the ball, he's the first person you can see, and he just makes a difference when he's on the pitch. So player Jakesy.
My player of the season is Matty. Good season, lad.
Players player, Steve Jakes. Deserve it, mate. Well done.
My player's player this year is going to be Mr. Matt Wilmot. Reason being is that he's had a pretty consistent year this year, and he's not really had a bad game. So yeah, he's my player's player. And for that, I've written a little poem, which is called Hey Matt. Hey Matt, you're so fine, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Matty, hey Matty, hey Matt, you're so fine, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Matty. That was it really, hope you liked it.
Player's player, it's got to go to Jakesy himself, our very own Andre Pirlo. silky skills, and that's about it, with a massive gash on his head.
Players player. Whew. It's a tough one. It's between two people, and both of these people have done quite a good shift this season and have had a good attitude and have chipped in goals as well. But for me, player has to go to, for me personally, has to go to Jakesy. He deserves it. Scored, 8 goals, 9 goals. Didn't always start, came on, done a job. You know what I mean? When he did start, energetic. Yeah, Jakesy, well done, mate.
Right, this is a new one. It's for most angry in the team. And that goes to me. Ah!